Good evening. This is my oral presentation for Part A of Assessment Task 2 for ESP2200 in Semester 2 2018 at USQ. I do apologise if I have any interruptions, as I am currently recording this live in the library, so I may have interruptions, but we will press on. So this unit will start in Term 4 in Year 11, be 12 weeks in duration, and it will conclude in the last week of Term 1 of Year 12, leaving the first half of Term 2 to complete Topic 2. This alleviates pressure on the students' available time later in the year as extracurricular commitments and external assessments clash and put students under significant stress that may potentially be detrimental to their academic achievement. The duration of 12 weeks was decided, the duration of 12 weeks was decided upon as Topic 1 requires 33 hours of content and Topic 2 requiring 22 hours of contact. The 12 weeks represents 3/5 of the time the school is allocated for Unit 3. Unit 3, Topic 1, Tactical Awareness, integrated with one selected invasion on net and court physical activity, integrates tactical awareness subject matter for a selected invasion on net court physical activity. Touch football was chosen from the prescribed option as it is congruent with the school's strong rugby culture. It follows on directly from the HPE content in previous years and is very popular among the cohort, thus maximising student engagement. Embedded into the syllabus, like all new senior syllabuses, are three underpinning factors: literacy, numeracy and 21st century skills. The identification of these three factors reflect the evolution of senior syllabuses from simply preparing students for further study to retaining students at school and preparing them to successfully transfer to life after school, whether that be further education, employment or vocational training. These factors have been identified as crucial to the success of students, and senior syllabuses are designed to develop these skills using subjects to provide context. As such, they have been embedded into the fabric of this unit. If the subject content proves to be of no use to the students, then they have learnt and developed the fundamental skills that will last them a lifetime. Embedding literacy, students are required to develop language skills, read and comprehend text, synthesize information from different modes, compile and create new text, and convey a point and justify opinions. Although mathematical numeracy in this unit is limited, the strategy and game sense context provide a particularly powerful and almost unique opportunity for students to develop spatial awareness and body movement sequences, components often difficult to develop in numeracy. Fundamental to the pedagogy of almost every activity within the unit, 21st century skills are utilised as the how, while the content is the what. Although the first learning experience is generally constructing knowledge, the unit quickly starts to transform knowledge, and it is at this point that the development of 21st century skills become widespread. Rather than listing specific skills, tasks are framed and explained using the associated skills. Rather than asking students to use critical thinking when looking at primary data, students are asked to reflect and evaluate, analyse or make decisions. Rather than being asked to use ICT skills, students are asked to access and analyse information online. When planning this unit, no student data such as achievement standards or NAPLAN results were considered. Rather, enough and flexibility was built into the unit to enable lesson planning to include the differentiation and accommodation once teachers knew who was in their class and their specific traits and metrics. Differentiation may be, but not limited to, additional scaffolding and formative tasks, alternative text for lesson activities, or modified conditions for assessment. Holistically, this unit embraces the concept of beginning with constructing knowledge and developing the ability to transform this knowledge as the unit progresses. Constructing the knowledge includes revising prior knowledge and learning facts, figures, typical plays, structures and strategies. Transforming knowledge in this unit occurs when students start to analyse, synthesise information from multiple and diverse sources so that they can make informed decisions and ultimately create, reflect and justify their own recommendations and decisions. The true test, however, is if the students are able to take these skills and transfer them into entirely new contexts after the completion of this unit. The sequencing of the unit follows Bloom's taxonomy. As this unit uses a very popular activity for this school and there is a very strong participation culture within the school, the first two levels of Bloom's taxonomy, remembering and understanding, are essentially verification or revision of prior learning. This enables the unit to move into the middle stages of applying and analysing information relatively early. However, it is important to note that as new ideas are introduced later in the unit, they are initially introduced in accordance with lower levels, but are quickly elevated up the taxonomy to be used in ever-increasing complex contexts. This means that individuals can be operating at several or all levels of the scale at any one time. As the second learning experience commences, students will begin completing collaborative group activities that require them to analyse and synthesise data to make the decisions and justify their views. By completion of learning experience 2, students will be completing written tasks that resemble the nature and content of the summative assessment tasks and will serve as assessment as learning or formative assessment. This approach means that students will be familiar with the content, style and expectation of the assessment and will have had plentiful experience and be well prepared by the time the task is handed out at the beginning of week 9. Thank you. That is the conclusion of my oral presentation, and we got that done in one take, so thank you for your time.